We're
Okay.
going live. We're live, Ethna. We're here.
Yay!
Yeah, we're here. So let me do my brief introduction. And yes, you were asking me about my spiritual outfit. I figured I was going. This was such an important interview that I decided to go very spiritual today. Plus, it's Sunday, so I figure,
I think it's only right, Gary. Yeah.
only proper. It's Sunday. It's
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, so here's our introduction.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to the Sri Chinmoy Disciple YouTube channel, where we interview ex-disciples and current disciples if they're willing to come forward. Interview them about their Sri Chinmoy Disciple experience. Now, today's interviewee, Ethna, how do you pronounce Tiyasa? Tiyasa?
Tiyasa.
Tiyasa, like my name was Swadin in the center, but sometimes Guru used to call me Shwadin. Sometimes the S is pronounced SH in Bengali.
Yeah.
So Tiyasa, Ethna Heron, has a PhD in what exactly? Mystical?
No, I'm studying for it. I don't have it yet, Gary. I'm just studying for it at the moment.
But in the inner world, you already have it. You know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Just trying to manifest itself.
We're all about manifestation. Let's face it. So, where do you want to start here? I always like to get the years. I was a disciple from 1970 to 1980, and you were in the center when I was there. What were your years? Well,
I joined in 1974, but I knew about it from the start in Europe because my sister Shantashri and her husband Nityananda, they were in the first group of European disciples. So I knew about it from 1970, but I joined in 1974. And then I left in January 2002.
Wow, you were in for a long time. Now, 1970?
27 years.
Wow, that's a long time. I was in 10 years, like a long time, and Fulela was in 20 years, and I just had a very nice conversation with the Shundari the other day, and she was in for 37 years. So look, we're not just fly-by-nights,
No, we're the hardcore. We're hardcore.
Yeah, people come and join groups and they leave and all. I mean, we were there. Our lives were there. So
that's right. Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Okay. So I thought I would start. Well, when I first joined, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to join, and I was more or less told either you join or you stop coming to classes. So I joined, but then at that time in the Glasgow Centre, we had two libraries. We had a library of Guru's books, and he had maybe about 200 or 300 books at that time. But we also had a library of spiritual books, really good spiritual books, and I started reading them. So I was reading like the Ramakrishna, the Gospel of Ramakrishna, and Christian mystics and things. So I was really kind of interested in these things, in the mystical experiences. And Guru's writing was talking about mystical experiences, to his experiences. And I can't remember where I got it, but they were saying, if you cry like a child, then the Supreme will come to you, or the mother will come to you, Now, at the time, I was a young mother, and I had a daughter, so I knew what it was like to hear for a mother to hear a child cry. So I thought, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to see if I can see God's face. Guru had this poem, may I be blessed with the boon to see thy face. And this kind of, I found that really interesting. So I thought, I'm really going to try and realize God by following these instructions of these other mystics. So it was one evening, and I put my daughter to bed, and I was sitting in front of my shrine, and I thought, okay, I'm going to become a child and cry for the Supreme. So I kind of really intensely got into this emotional thing, crying for the Supreme. And suddenly I had this experience where I heard this voice. And the voice said to me, as clear as anything, it said, think of me always. Every minute of the day I am calling you. See how I give you all good things. And immediately I thought, that's God's voice. God has spoken to me. God is calling me. I'm absolutely meant to be on this path. You know, this is it. This is it. So I went into a kind of, I suppose, a state of, I suppose it was a kind of bliss that really lived with me for the next 20, 30 years. You know, it was like that created the bubble that I then moved into. And it was really wonderful. But then from then onwards, throughout my spiritual journey, when I was in the center, whenever things didn't seem right or whenever I got down, I would always remember that experience. And that, so when I couldn't relate to Guru because sometimes he wasn't inspiring, I would go back to that experience and I'd say, no, this is my experience, you know, God is calling me every minute of the day, you know. So that kind of became the guiding light of the next 20, 30 years of my life. So that was the first one. Now, as well as that, of course, I was having like lots of disciples have experiences during meditation of kind of bliss, peace, joy, all these lovely experiences as well. But that
I accidentally ejected Ethna. Let me get back to her and invite her again because somebody else came on and I injected him. Let me try to straighten this out with Ethna. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Okay, let's take a look here. We may have to do this again because I made it a public event since that's the easiest way to do it. And somebody came on who I didn't recognize and I tried to eject him. So I inadvertently ejected Ethna, but let's see if she's coming back in. Okay, hold on. Let's do this again. I'm gonna come here. Try this. We can always edit this later. That's so unfortunate. We were having a good, Ethna was saying some really, truly amazing things that she had, that amazing experience. Let's see if she can come back in. If not, we're going to have to do the whole thing over again, which, you know, what are you going to do? It's a live, this is a live experience and this is life. And this is a good thing because in life, we don't know what's going to happen next, really and truly. So somebody popped onto my screen. I tried to get rid of him. I didn't know who he was. It could have been anybody, and I didn't want it to be disrupted. And then inadvertently, I did my own disruption. We'll have to try, and maybe we'll have to try a new thing, and then I'll just edit this out and broadcast it later. Oh no, Hiccup was. Oh, Ethna.
Yes, can you see me? I can see you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just explain to you what happened.
Okay.
Okay. I can't see you. Do you have your camera on?
Yeah, the camera is on. For some reason, it's.
Oh wait, yeah, your camera is not. For some reason, your camera. I'm not seeing your face.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, you know what we can do, if you don't mind. What I can create a whole. If you don't mind doing the whole thing over again, I can create a whole new thing, or we can just edit this and I'll patch it together later.
Okay.
Because last time, you know, we could see your face. Why don't you just try to go out and come back in one more time? And if we can't see you, then we'll do the whole thing. It's, you know, do you have enough time?
So close this down, close this whole thing down, and then start again?
You close it down and then click back on. I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
And if we can't, you can't reconnect, what I'm going to do is I'll start a whole new thing. And then we'll patch the two things together. But I thought, oh wait, here she goes. Ethna.
Yeah, my picture's not coming up for some reason.
Okay.
I wonder why it's not coming up. Oh, right, the camera's turned off. Right, hold on. I'm turning it on now.
Camera. A lot of times that happens. A lot of times the
Why is it not going on? Now I can't even hear you.
You can't hear me? Okay, can't hear me? Okay, we're going to stop this broadcast. I'm going to do a whole new one. Your sound is muted. Are you there? All right, I'm going to stop the broadcast. We'll do a whole new one.